Greetings, light workers. This is Oya Transformation, and this is your daily Oracle reading for June the 16th, Tuesday. All right, is the 17th. I don't do dates. Hey, Google, what's the date?
It is Tuesday, June 16th, 2020.
Okay. So, the cards have been shuffled, they have been prayed upon, and the messages are as follows. For the theme of today, the card from the Work Your Light deck is Mirror Mirror. And it's asking us to look at ourselves, but more importantly, look at the things that trigger us, because they send us messages as to areas that we are being called to grow in. And that's one of the quickest ways we get a message, is if there's something that we see as wrong that makes us uneasy in our spirit, then we need to pray on it and get a new perspective, because the peace that surpasses all comes in the belief that Spirit is in charge and knows exactly what it is doing. So if I'm flipping out because of something that's going on in the world, is it my responsibility to change it? And then we see a lot of things going on right now in the world that aren't new, and they are a revisiting of some old stuff that never went anywhere, that just laid beneath the surface. And how do we go about change? If it's triggering you, what is within your grasp to make a change? It starts and ends with me. What am I willing to do? What am I willing to embrace that says, I'm not only looking at myself, I'm looking at the triggers within me as a microcosm of the macrocosm. So the small things that bother you can be seen as they parallel with the big things that bother you in the world. And the ways in which we transform energy within ourselves are some of the same ways in which we can transform energy within the world. Now, there's a time and a place for everything, a time and everything a season. If you got that young person angst, then by all means tear it down. They will see you. But I challenge you to think about whether that has us have another street name, another slogan for people of capitalistic background to gain more power and influence. That does not help at all, but just makes it commercial. Or is it time for us to go in as light workers energetically and start to dismantle these things through the power of God present? Just a thought. The second card that supports this is the timeout card. And it's asking us in this timeout still to take time out. Because I don't know about you, but in this timeout, I've found myself finding ways and means to be busy and not really spending much time out or in. How about we take a time out so that we may take a time in? Because if I am My spirit, a microcosm of the macrocosm. The work I do within is the best work I ever do for the systems for the systems outside of me. So I think if everyone took that time to go in, just like we go in prayer, as a collective, we will raise the vibration that much more higher. If you are gunning for me, and I in turn gun for you, everything dies. Is there incremental change in the process? Well, the powers to be would probably look for more subversive ways to take away guns. But does the systematic change that we are looking for happen in force? Okay, I digress. The 25 of Great Gates is the next card that follows from the Empathic Oracle. And what struck me from the message from this card is that gates speak to duality. There's a thing in front of the gate, there's a thing behind the gate. And the energy here has us want to be the thing behind the gate because that we're more valuable because we are protected behind the gate. Well, we came here protected behind the gate of spirit because that's who we are. But gates have us look at choice. Is it wrong to want to be behind the gate? Is it wrong to want to live without gates? Neither is right or wrong. The gates speak to taking a time out and recognizing that even inactivity is a choice, and that all come with a lesson. And here on this earth school, what is most important is that we get our lessons. So no choice is wrong, because the lesson that Spirit has for you, no matter what choice you make, will guide you into that direction. So with that, we are grateful. And the third and final supportive card for this lesson, for this day, is from the Course of Miracles. Let miracles replace grievances. It is assured that those who hold grievances will suffer guilt, as it is certain that those who forgive will find peace. So, mirror, mirror on the wall, what triggers me most of all? This is where I begin. This is where the class begins. Learn your lessons well and commit to stay in school, whether you like it or not. You can't get out of it. Namaste. I ask you to look for and hold peace. Be well.